Namaste everyone. I welcome you all to the series by CGI Frankfurt Let's Connect 9 Women 9 Success Stories. We are making this series as a part of Navratri celebrations, and each day of Navratri we introduce to you a successful story of an woman achiever. Today we have with us very talented and multi-skilled Vidushi Nandini Narayan. She wears many hats. She's a politician, she works in a professional field, she's a Bharatanatyam dancer, she's a choreographer, she's an author, she's a poet, and the list goes on. We welcome you, Nandini, to today's session. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you for having me. Namaste everyone. Happy Navaratri. I'm a simple person. I like challenges. I fought with my goals. I'm from Shimoga, Karnataka state. From the birth, 11th day of my birth, I was brought up by my grandmother, Sarojama Radhakrishna. Since my grandfather, legendary classical dancer, she always wanted me to look like him. Early age of mine, I started learning classical Bharatanatyam dance. My first dance performance, stage dance performance, was when I was 3.5 years old. And as days passed, me giving performance, so I was famously nicknamed as Shimoga Sister. And then after simultaneously, I was learning Carnatic music and instruments like Mridangam, Ghatam, Veena. My first guru is Srimati Anjali, and then Srimati Srivalli Ambarish. Yeah, of course, my grandfather too. And then after 10th, we moved to Bangalore. Yes, such a great capital city, Bangalore. I had a very big dream and expectations that I can learn and I can grow very well in dance field. But the reality was not like that. Because a girl from such a small district and her education was only in Kannada medium, and when she been to Bangalore, many dance institutes or in college, she heard only English language. That was a big challenge. Why I'm mentioning this here is even today here, many people in Germany, they are facing the same challenges. So when I can remember that time I was almost 3 to 6 months, I was like a dumb, speechless. And then one day I realized that what I am doing, instead of thinking about that, why I'm doing that, why I'm not concentrating about what I can do and what I have in me, that realization made me to practice day and night, and then I concentrate thoroughly, theory and practical, and that gave me a good result in Vidut exam. So I was a state level first rank holder and gold medalist. And then the next task was I wanted to create a Guinness record book. And then by performing dance continuously non-stop 21 hours. And I was almost closer to that, like 20 hours, 19 hours. But sadly, I lost my grandmother. Hence, I got married. My husband was working here in Germany. Then my first entry to Germany was after marriage, like with my husband. Once I landed here in Germany, if I think today, it is such a coincidence, my first dance performance was in Ausländer Beirat Langen, Hessen. And then I started my own dance schools in Germany and even in Langen. And then in career, I started as a customer service agent, UK-based company, Vecton. And meanwhile, my son was born, and then I moved to other company which called Laikachal. I started working as a sales manager, and steadily I got promoted as a country manager in Germany. And then because of some personal reason, we as a family, we three moved back to, went back to India. And then there, I continued my career as a business development manager in two companies. Then there I started, I involved in literature field. I penned a book. Then I was very active in social work. And as my son born here in Germany as a German citizen, he wanted to come back to Germany. Then me and my son, we both, only with 2 suitcases, we came to Germany. But that was my second entry to Germany. But I was not the same person as before. The first entry to Germany. I was totally a different person in 2014 September, because I was as a job seeker, was not having a home. It was it was a big challenge.
Thank you, Nandini. Thank you for sharing your story. It was really interesting to see how you took your journey, how you overcome your challenges, and how you showed your confidence. That's really inspiring, and thank you. Nandini, you have been quite active in politics. You have won the Foreigners Council election for Eschborn in 2015 and 2021 consecutively, that too with highest number of votes. How did this shift happen? How did you enter politics?
See, actually, on the one hand, I love creative work. On the other hand, I like to. I like to bring my idea into the community project. This passion, this passion motivated me to contest a second term election. But if I see about politics and my interest, several times I heard that generally people will have a kind of role model in their life, sometimes like father, mother. But in my life, I don't have any role models. In my life, everything, I'm in different fields like culture, Indian dance form of art, music, and politics, and in literature field. These particularly when I see politics, unknowingly it was there with me from childhood. When I recall my childhood, as I told you, I brought up by my grandmother. She was a Gandhi follower, and she was a typical nation lover. How much I remember, in Shimoga, I have seen 2 elections. So every elections on that day, she used to take me to the slum areas, and on that day, we were creating an awareness in the people that please get up, please please choose the voter. Your leaders. I used to tell them if you want good electricity, if you want good shelter, if you want water, please come and vote. It's your rights. So somewhere I was enjoying it, and simultaneously it was a kind of awareness in me to have a knowledge what is politics. And the second thing is, when I went back to India, I was a convener in Kannada Sahitya Parishad, and as a writer, I got an offer from Bharatiya Janata Party, and I worked as in communication cell. Karnataka state convener for more than 6 years. And there, see, one more thing I would like to say that I'm blessed that I'm born and brought up in a very poor family. So that helped me, and that helped me to understand ground root reality. So they working in Bharatiya Janata Party and me active in social work. And when I landed here second time in Germany, it was bit quite difficult. And when I saw the advertisement from the Rathaus, then I felt like me as a Indian, an Auslander Beirat, if as a Auslander Beirat member, if I am there, our community people, Indians, they will get, I mean, they feel like, yes, we have an Indian person there, so we will get a support. That made me to enter into the, yes, second time, to say enter into the politics. But altogether, if I put, it's not that magical way in 2014, suddenly I got interested into the politics. It was there unknowingly from my childhood and my life journey.
Yeah. Thank you, Nandini.
Welcome.
Whenever we see Indian women doing so well here in Germany, we take great personal pride, both as the member of consulate, also as Indians. Thanks for sharing your journey, and it's really inspiring to know that from childhood you are quite motivated to inspire people to vote or influence people to vote. Thank you once again. Nandini, you have also held very big roles in politics, I would say. Like you have been the president of Foreigners Council for Eschborn and also vice president of Foreigners Council for State Hessen. I'm sure like managing these roles would be quite challenging. How has your experience been in these roles?
Yes, of course, I don't deny that like stone roots, stone way, but it helped me to learn, and it helped me to have a knowledge about politics. For example, yes, initial stage it was quite difficult because after a long gap, Stadt Eschborn held Auslander Beirat. After 10 years, held Auslander Beirat election. Initial stage, we all, like 7 members, we were not having proper knowledge. What is the process? What is the Auslander Beirat responsibilities? And here in Germany, is a big task is reaching a people. That was a very big. It was like a tough task for us. And but then, as me as a creative person, then I started working. Bringing projects creative in the creative way. For example. I did one project, cricket tournament, and the other project was from Landesauslander Beirat. That was Action Day. It was the first time that from Landesauslander Beirat, the refugees visited state parliament. That was the great action, and it was a very successful action. And then I felt like I wanted to learn more about politics. Then I contested Landesauslander Beirat. There, especially meeting people and working there, and as a delegate, I was attending like BSK, Bundes meetings, even Hessen Kanzlei meetings and Landes meeting, like meeting, and I had a chance interacting with ministers, and then that helped me to have a knowledge and how to develop the politics projects. That helped me a lot, and I can say it was really amazing experience, and definitely I'm I have such a great gratitude for the voters, especially our Indian community, and also the other community who has given me such a great responsibility and chance to work in politics. Yes.
Thank you, Nandini.
Welcome.
Nandini, you are quite active in other fields too. For example, Bharatanatyam, or you're a choreographer who runs a dance school. Also, you have authored a book, I think, which is of poems.
Yeah.
So, how do you manage all these together? And would you like to tell our audience more about this aspect of yours and also your culture forum, Rangamanthana?
Yes, thank you. Very nice question. See, actually, I already told that very earliest age, from when I was 3 years, I started learning dance. But that journey was because of my grandmother. I was performing, I was learning because of my mother. I can share with you one incident. I'll make it very fast. So, Tarikere, it's near Shumaga district. There was one event, and that time, see, for example, if we have some event. We had to request people to please come and join with us. But those days it was not like that. It was totally different. The values for our heritage, Indian culture, that was totally different. That was open stage, and there was a more than 700, 800 audience were there. And end of the program, everybody was standing and they were clapping. But I heard one voice behind me, like puta, like that means baby. Then I went to him. He was a card puller. And I saw his face very closely. His face was very happy, but his eyes was filled with water. Then he said, after my work, I was working this way, and I saw your dance. I was very happy, and you made my day. I want to gift something. Then I said, as I think I was like 6-7 years old, I said, yeah, gift then. Okay. Then he opened his turban and he gave me 1 rupee coin. And now also I can feel like that coin was with it, Then he cried loudly. From that incident, I came to know that for creative work, what kind of values are there? Creative work, how it can reach people's hearts. At the same time, also like me being active in social work and my journey. See, literature is the only one language where you can speak with the hearts. Yeah, it's a silent language, and literature is, let it be poem, let it be article or anything, book. Literature is where you can raise the questions, where you can express your feelings. So I penned a book which called Preetiya Paradiyekeno. Now I think end of this year my other 2 books is going to publish. So the other 2 books I wanted to publish here in Germany. Then we have in and around Frankfurt many vereins, and they are really doing very good cultural activities. But I didn't find a forum like for literature field. Then in this lockdown period, I felt that yes, people, especially some people, they will feel all alone. So I need to create a forum for literature. I started that. I think it's almost 6 months, closely 6 months. And now it's not only literature forum, it's like people encouraging each other in all the fields, creative fields, and definitely from Rangamanthana, not only here in Germany. So we will welcome people, creative people and artists. That is Rangamantana.
Okay. Thank you, Nandini. It's a very beautiful story which you have narrated, and the way you have put is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Nandini, I think many youngsters, especially, would be interested in entering into politics and all. Would you have? Sorry, do you have any advice for them?
Yes, myself, I'm a learner and I'm learning, but not suggestion. I can share my vision. I like critics. I feel like if anybody are interested in politics, they should like critics. I mean to say, and secondly, like we will have goals. For example, just now I shared with you that I have already 3 books, maybe 2023, 5 books. In politics, as a politician, the goals should be not for me, the goals should be for the people. For the city, if I am responsible for the Eshpon, my goals should be the Eshpon city people. And that means selflessness. That is very important. And third is language. So I can communicate in 6 languages, but maybe I'm not good in any languages. But the important thing is what you want to convey the message is very important. What I mean to say here in Germany, if anybody are interested in politics, or generally I need to say, don't wait until you are perfect in language. It's better always in right time, right place, for right thing. Raise your voice and just speak out. That is very important. The message is very important and voice is very important. The third thing is we all feel very proud about to introduce our culture, and the same time we should welcome other culture too. And for that, as a politician, we should, good listener is very, being as a good listener is very important. And the last thing is, I say in German, as a politician, it's very important that one should know about the bylaws and one should know about the government rules and regulations, so that he can work by having a knowledge about rules and regulations, bylaws. It is very important that you will be knowing how you can put your queries on parliament, or it's a very important. And lastly, this is my humble request to all our community people. It's very simple, that one smile, one namaste, one hi. At least hi, I mean to say. If we are traveling in a train, or if we see someone, just give a smile. That gives a lot of confidence to other people. So we should be together, we should support each other, we should give voice. That is very important.
Thank you, Nandini. That's a really wonderful message which you have given. Like being together really, like unity is strength, and being together really helps one build their own society.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Nandini.
Welcome.
Nandini, thanks a lot for joining us today and sharing your views with our audience. I'm sure like our audience would be greatly benefited from your inputs. Thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us.
My personal thank you to Consul Dr. Mr. Amit Talamji, and also entire team CGI Frankfurt. Thank you so much. Namaste.